y'all. We back with another one. This is High Time Reviews. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down bottom. We're doing Love During Lockup, Season 3, Episode 66, called By Felicia. After last week, honestly, I didn't know what to expect with this. As far as these characters, these relationships, who's going to end up on Love After Lockup, blah, blah, blah. So, this week we start off with Santiva. Now, last week Santiva got the call from Chelsea basically telling her that, oh, I'm not getting out this week. It's going to be a few more weeks before I actually have a release date. So she's out and she's with her mom and she's shopping for clothes for Chelsea. And the mom's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you buying these clothes? And she's like, oh, he's going to get out soon. I need to have clothes for him when he get out. And the mom's like, she's like, haven't you ever bought clothes for a guy?
And the mom's like,
How do you know what he likes?
I guess he's my man. Don't you typically know what your men like?
Yeah, if I knew him.
One that I knew, I said, listen. I said, her mother ain't had to take the cheap shot. But it's crazy because she's literally in the store, like, gushing over this man. And then eventually she ended up calling his mom just to get, like, his size. And first and foremost, his mother answered the phone and she said, Santiva, not like she knew her, but like she was like, who are you? So she calls his mom and Susan, and she's asking Susan, like, what's his size? And Susan straight hit her with the real. Susan like, look, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but he got out days ago. And not only did he get out days ago, he had a whole nother girl pick him up, and he's been with this girl ever since. I said, whoop. Well, honestly, I said that. I said, what do you mean they fucked this paperwork up the day of or the day before? Like, nah, bro, you had a plan. I already knew Chelsea had a plan. So, like I said, the mother basically like, I hate to be the one that had to tell you this, but yeah, he's running around with a whole nother girl, let alone been out of jail. So she basically drops all the clothes and runs out the fucking store. She's like, I need a moment. What are these people expecting? Like, honestly, what are these people expecting? These people are criminals. Chelsea's 40 years old. If you don't know how to play a woman, at 40, she's crazy for thinking that this was about to be like her end all be all. So then Santiva started asking the mother about the girl, like, why would she know about the girl? All she knows is that the girl picked him up and he been out. So I'm just thinking like, but the worst part is, why give the mother the clothes? The mother already didn't want to be there. Don't ask her to hold the clothes while you have a moment. She already ain't want to be there because she already felt like you was being dumb. So we got Ty in the next scene. She had a funeral home. Now she is basically calling Boston again, and she basically trying to get Boston to meet her at the funeral home. Now here's my issue with that. Boston, both of them acted like they wanted to fight last week. Now everybody talking like, oh, let's talk it out, this, that, and the third.
This is the day that I've been waiting for, to sit down and talk to this woman. We can hopefully squash beef. I've been very persistent because I need to get to the bottom of this.
I really want to know why she harassing me. It's almost as if she won't go away until I meet up with her.
Again, Boston dropped this girl news. I don't think she gonna ever let it go. So at the end of the day, Ty just need to just meet her. They need to just fight and get it over with. Because honestly, they never gonna get to a resolution when it comes to this nigga Hottie, because he gonna keep talking to both of them and he gonna keep pitting them against each other. So they either need to talk it out or fight it out. And honestly, I feel like Ty just more mad that she leaked her news. So she called her and she's like, look, I want you to meet me here. And Boston like, all right, bet, I'll show up. And Boston pull up, and again, Boston came looking like she was ready to fight. But when she showed up, it wasn't giving that. It was giving, Ty jumped on her as soon as she seen her. We back with Indy in Ohio, in the hotel, getting herself together. She done bought these fucking engagement rings out here looking crazy, trying to claim that her and fucking Harry married. Harry, like, you know, I'm thinking about you. I can't wait to see you. Can't wait to hear your voice. Now I have to call you on the jail phone. Wait to touch you. This, that, and the third. So she all excited. And she thinking like, this end game. She like, I done moved here. I done met your sister, mind you. Sister thinks she crazy. So it don't even matter. But again, I think Indy just acting weird. Like, bro, you moving all the way from Maryland to Ohio with no type of plan, and you still thinking that Harry is gonna be like your end up. So Gabby goes to New York and she ends up meeting with Chris' sister and Chris' mother, and to them, they just don't understand why Chris is acting so goofy. Like, they feel like they've never seen Chris act like this, so they want to meet her to figure out what her intentions are. The mother hugged her like she liked her. I don't know what she necessarily cared for. The sister, what's her name? Essence. Essence, definitely on the fence. Definitely don't know if she can be trusted. Definitely don't know if she fuck with her. So she ended up meeting them. The mother named Felicia, hence the title of the episode, I guess, is By Felicia. And they sit down and, you know, it seemed like they cool, but Gabby still feel like all they keep asking her is the money. Is she with him for the money? And for her to get offended after knowing she spent vast amounts of this man's money, for her to get offended that they even question that fact is an issue for me. Imagine, you would make anybody think it's about the money. And honestly, I can look right at his sister and tell she sees straight through the bullshit. So if it is a game, if they is gonna run game, it's gonna be the sister that's gonna find out. So, but mind you, before this scene, one of Chris's friends had called Gabby and was
Hello, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's up?
You'll be in downstate
like, getting transferred. The Fed should be picking him up the next day, transferring him to another spot or whatever. So she comes and she tells the mom all of that. And like I said, they end up having a conversation. And they just letting her know, like, we don't know where you came from, let alone do we trust you. But we gonna try because our son and her brother like you. So it's just, she just wanna know if the girl is a bad seed, because granted, don't make it seem like your son wasn't locked up before he met Gabby. It's not like Gabby got him locked up, so don't say shit like.
Me as a mother is like, is this the right girl for my son? Is she gonna get him in more trouble than what he's in? That's my fear. She's a handful. My son is a handful. So them two get together, it's gonna get ugly.
I need to know if she gonna be any good for my son, or is she gonna make him get in more trouble? More trouble? Man, he's already locked up. What more trouble you talking about? He about to get with her. And she's saying, like, people need to trust her because they don't know what she got planned for him when he come out. I mean, she acting like she got a whole bunch of shit planned. But if he gotta go to a halfway house, it's not gonna matter because there's still gonna be more time between them actually seeing each other and being with each other. So, eventually, Essence and Gabby agree to go pick him up together. Essence wants to see her brother. I'm assuming Gabby don't want to take the drive by herself, let alone, you know, if shit goes left, she don't want to be there by herself. Next thing you got Santiva in the car just crying, driving, having a whole fucking fit about this Chelsea thing. And my thing is, baby, she should have looked more into it. When he called her and told her his shit got pushed back, most crazy bros like this would have just called the jail. They would have just called the jail and asked. She waited and got shitted on. Like, no, you could have waited. Don't call your friends telling your friends like, oh, he been out, because you will make him look crazy when you the one that's crazy because you didn't call and find out. You didn't do your due diligence. So now you're upset and now you look crazy. So she meet with her homegirls and they basically like telling her like, oh, we need to find out what's really going on. So they and so Santipa pull out her cell phone, I guess, to look at his Facebook or look at his page or whatever, and come to find out he blocked her ass. I said, oh well, yeah. He putting his play in motion. He like, bitch, I'm out. I can't fuck with you no more. So eventually her homegirl go get her laptop and she looks him up through his name.
There's Chelsea and there's Chelsea and Kayla. They won't know if I go in here, right? I'm gonna look at it. Oh, she's cute.
And it's 2 pages that show, one that shows his regular name and one that show a page with him and a female. And on this page, it say that they in Georgia, it say that he with this woman, and then it also say that he engaged to this woman. So honestly, they just add insult to injury to Santino's storyline. Cause I don't see how this gonna get no better for her. I mean, what she gonna do, run down on the girl? Like, I don't see the point. Like, what is that gonna prove? You got played. I feel like you should just probably pack that one up. So then we got Haley and Dalton. So Haley is going to meet Dalton's mother to talk to her about the whole situation with him asking for the money for the ex-girlfriend. Honestly, I feel like Dalton mother and Haley got a good relationship because she didn't actually even have to sit down and talk to her. And honestly, she seemed like she more on Haley's side with the situation than she is on Dalton's side. Cause she like, look, my son a piece of work. And if he can't value you, then you should just find somebody else. And I can't explain why he has these other women, let alone why his ex-girlfriends are all of a sudden popping up out the blue, trying to be involved. So she tell her straight up, like, I feel like if it don't get no better, you need to leave him alone, especially after he told his own mother that he was gonna try to be loyal to this girl. Sir. And then you sat in your confessional and told the producers that you be having multiple women on your line, let alone sending you money. Then they ask you, what do you do with the money that Haley sends you? And you ain't even want to answer the question. So my thing is, you definitely spending that money on other women. Or at least making trades with the money. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But either way, you're not using it for whatever she's giving it to you for. You're definitely either using it for your other women or drugs. And I feel like, honestly, with him not wanting to answer the question, I'm leaning more towards the drugs than I'm thinking that the drugs will outweigh the other women in the situation. Because he looked like he using like a little bit of speed or something. I don't know. So like I said, they hug it out. Dalton mother and Haley. But honestly, she's got to think
At
that
the
she's
very
crazy.
beginning, you were telling me that you were putting all these things on his books and spending all of his money, and you didn't listen when I kept telling you I did not want you doing that. It wasn't in either of your best interests.
She's like, stop sending him money. She's like, stop doing shit for him. If he's not reciprocating that, she's like, don't keep putting yourself out there because all you're gonna do is end up hurt. She's like, you need to probably find somebody better for you. My son probably ain't the one. And I don't feel like the mother throwing him under the bus. I feel like the mother is trying to spare this girl. And if she don't want to be spared, then again, the mother said all she could say. So she might as well just let her do what she want to do. She want to be out here looking dumb. She want to be out here getting played. That's on her. Haley, baby, but you gotta let it go. You got played. You done kicked out $20,000 gone. You keep taking these fucking jail calls, which then probably racked up a mean ass fucking cell phone bill, and you done basically paid for his side bitch shit. So what you think? Hey, you look dumb. And I'm looking at Dalton mother, and I'm just seeing the class written all over her. So I'm really trying to figure out what happened with Dalton and how he even got to that point where like he ended up in jail for what he's in there for. So, but that's usually how it be. I guess like, you know, shit be so good that you wanna be a bad boy. I don't know. So it's the next day, I'm assuming, and then Gabby go to pick up Chris' sister so that they can make the ride. I know this probably got to be the most awkward as shit because you just met the sister. She don't really like you. She don't really know you. And y'all about to take a trip upstate. And then y'all still got to wait a whole nother day before y'all can go see the brother. So they in the car talking and she just like, look, time will tell. She like, I don't know. I want to see my brother. That's why I'm here. Gabby feel like Chris need to separate himself from them because they just got whole different intentions. And she like, of course I'm ready to see him. Like, of course I'm ready to be there with him. And I mean, look, the sister just rolling up. I know weed is legal in New York and all that shit now, but she's just rolling up and I love it. She rolled up twice in the scene. She rolled she rolled up in the car. She said, listen, Gabby, my brother paid for this car. I'm smoking this car if I want. And then they rolled up in the hotel. I said, oh, she's smoking again. So she rolled up a blunt at the hotel, and I'm like, well, there you have it. Gabby felt weird about the fact that she was going to have to spend the night with his sister. She gonna say my so-called sister-in-law.
I am going to be sharing a hotel room with my so-called sister-in-law, and I'm not really too excited about it.
It is what it is. If you think you're married to this man, that is his sister, and that is your sister-in-law. Let it go. Truthfully, like I said, the sister was just there for the free ride upstate and to see her brother. She ain't there for shit else. She ain't there for shit else. Because she don't care for this girl. We gonna see, because what she gonna probably do is they gonna play they seed. The mother and the sister gonna play they seed. They gonna get Gabby the fuck out of there. And that would explain why the only couple that I see from off ahead that's on next season of Love After Lockup is Indy and Harry. But I think that shit is still crazy. So he the most loyal one out of all these niggas on the show right now? Well, there you have it. As long as he don't end up robbing that ass, because I mean, considering that's what he in for, I hope that he don't have it in for her. And honestly, Gabby probably just tired of explaining herself to them. She like, look, he need to get rid of them. I'm like, what? What is up with all the shows trying to make people pick between their family and their spouses? I feel like, look, if your family, all right, cool. If y'all married, that's your spot. Like, that is your wife, that's your husband. Like, that's one way, okay. At that point, y'all are combined. Y'all are a union. Y'all are family at that point. So that is your family. But like, for us, these couples that's not even engaged or like actually engaged, asking other people to decide over their family for a person that they dating. Like, Gabby, y'all not even really married. What makes you think that you could even ask somebody to do that? So we back with Indy and her mother, and they in the hotel room and they getting dressed because it's 4 hours before her to get out. So she's super excited. And her mother like helping her pick out an outfit. You know, I guess one that she think will help her pop when she sing. And she like, I'm super excited. And then her and Harry end up having a phone call, and he like, look, I can't wait to see you. I love you, blah, 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 blah. And then they hang up. And granted, when they hang up, it's the telecom shit from the jail. So she like, yeah, that'll be the last time we have to hear that. We'll see. And the mother, listen, the mother don't have no high hopes for this shit. Honestly, the mother is there to make sure that if she fall flat on her face, she got a support system. And she got a shoulder to cry. I'm telling you. The mother is not there with the idea that this shit is about to be long lasting. The mother is there to laugh in the confessionals and to support her if shit go left. So they drive into the jail, and I'm guessing her end up calling her again, and he telling her which building to go to. So eventually they end up having to go to Cleveland to the halfway house, because I'm guessing they're gonna take him from the jail to the halfway house. So it's not as if she won't get to see him at the jail. So they start making their way to the halfway house. Again, unfucking prepared, this bitch Indy. She don't call the halfway house and find out what their COVID regulations are. So when she calls there, they tell her like, oh, there's no visitation.
They will be able to make 3 phone calls, but as far as this,
and she immediately get in her feelings. Baby, you never called. You never called. You never did it. Again, what is wrong with these people not doing their due diligence? Especially if you're about to be moving across the world. Like, get your information together. Like, they like, look, it ain't been no visitation since COVID. She like, well, can I see him before he come in? She like, no. The mother in the background like, look, can we speak to a supervisor? Because we drove all the way from Maryland. So they get the supervisor on the phone. And the supervisor, like I said, the supervisor tell her like, look, we ain't had visitation for almost a year. And so then Indy straight asks like, do y'all have any type of day passes, weekend passes, this, that, and the third? And the lady like, no. The only passes we got is for them to go out and job search. And then that's fucking scarce. I was like, shit. So of course, Indy fucking blown. She fucking blown. She like, I can't believe I done drove all the way here. But the mother like, that's what you
Thank
get.
you so much.
This happens when you don't plan. And Indy did not plan.
When you don't plan shit out, the mother is like literally looking at her like, this the second thing you done with me out here that you didn't plan for properly. So then they ask when the visitation gonna be open again. They like, she don't know. So I feel like now your next question should be, how long is he supposed to be in the halfway house? Start accumulating questions that you feel like are necessary to help you proceed with this situation. Because if y'all gonna try to be together, you need to start asking more questions. And not to your psychic. Ask them to people that have some type of influence on what's going on with her situation. You're the one free. You can move around. If you want this to work, you need to be looking more into his situation than being obsessed with whatever you got going on in your mind. Like, I don't know. If I was Indy, like I said, she could have just as easily fucking waited for that man to get out before she moved all the way to Ohio. Because if you're getting out this soon and it ain't been that long since she moved, why did she have to rush? Why? If you're getting out right now, this day, it ain't been that long since when she was in Maryland. She could have just easily waited. I'm sure they had to stop filming her brother. Her brother was probably sick of the shit. Because I don't see her brother in this episode not one time. So I knew he was sick of the shit. He like, look, I don't want to be a part of it. The mother pulls over. Indy fucking has a full fucking breakdown. She want to cry about it. And the mother just sitting there playing in her nails. Because again, like, because again, like I said, the mother knew exactly what it was. The mother didn't have high hopes. So the mother is just there to console her. And she gonna need it. Because she ain't about to see him today and she ain't about to see him in the next couple of months. So there you have it. So we go back to Santiva and she's all in her feelings. And she's like, let me see the page. And she look at the page, they show the page. It's definitely Telsey. It's definitely him, definitely some other bitch. And they go into the information section of the page and come to find out, him and the girl is engaged. Said T, but how much money did you send to him, baby? Because that's crazy. Because now I would be hot. I mean, I don't know. It all like, listen. What do these people really expect from this shit? That you can sit there and be genuinely mad that the person that you was talking to in jail is fucking with somebody else. You can't think you're the only one. Think about when you don't answer the phone for that person. You think they gonna stop after that? You think they only call? No, they gonna call somebody else. What the fuck? Like, yo, her homegirls is like, they hype. So they like, let me call them. And she like, call the girl. I'm like, fuck is y'all calling her for? She ain't do shit. Leave that girl alone. So then they try to call from another number. And of course the girl not accepting calls right now. Yeah, I bet you she not. She know y'all bitch. Listen, he done probably already went and told this bitch like, look, I was talking to this girl in jail. I was getting money out of her. And she might try to call you. So let's just change your number. So Santiva's hurt. She's fucking hurt. Fucking hurt. I mean, send a girl a Facebook request if you feel that strongly about it. But I don't feel like that's a good idea because it's just stupid. Like, bro, let Telsey go. But she knows if she don't let it go, she won't have no storyline. So we back with Ty in Boston. So they back at the funeral home. Fucking Boston finally pull up. Ty ass literally runs right off the steps of the funeral home, starts attacking this bitch.
Hello, how are you?
Hi. It ain't Boston?
Yeah, I'm Boston.
Granted, she got on fucking cow print pants, some fucking chocolate heels, a fucking drawstring, flowy top, I don't know, and she's like full blown trying to attack this girl. And after my last video, I feel stupid because Boston was up there getting mollywopped. Granted, she ain't look like she was hitting her that hard. But Boston definitely was getting attacked. And Ty's like, nah, bitch, why you put my news out? And she like, I thought you wanted to talk. No, Boston, you're getting beat the fuck up. Honestly, that's why she wanted you to meet her in her territory, because she wanted to know. So the producers ended up pulling them apart, and the one producer like, look, say your piece to this girl without trying to beat her ass. They talking. She like, I've been fucking with him for 12 years. Ty like, he's not claiming you. You look crazy. Why'd you fucking post my news? She like, bitch, nobody knows about you either. So both of them looking down. Granted, look at Heidi. Heidi probably gonna be able to look back on this fucking footage and laugh. But what I do need Boston to stop saying is that she been dealing with him for 12 years because he's older than her. They saying 12 years, that would mean that she was dealing with a grown-ass man when she was 15, 16. So I really think that they need to stop saying that out loud. Unless they okay with the world finding out that this nigga's a fucking creep. So she think that Ty is ghetto. Now Ty ghetto. But it wasn't ghetto for you to fucking leak her news. And then you gonna say in the confessional that it was kind of petty. Man, you knew it was petty when you did it. And then you're gonna walk off. Then they separate these bitches. I said, this was the weakest fucking fight. This gave very much Jerry Springer fight. It gave very much Jerry Springer, Steve Wilco, even a little bit of Cheetahs. For real, that's the type of fight it was. But it wasn't really a fight. But somehow this bitch Ty lost fucking 3 nails. The producer asked her like, was it worth it? She gonna say yeah, because I just had so much energy built up. And then they like, did you resolve anything? She like, no. And then they like, do you want to resolve? She like, yeah. But I'm like, do you? I don't feel like you do. She like, I just was mad about the news. Okay. All right, well. It is what it is. But they didn't get shit solved today. Nothing fucking really happened in this episode. It was a whole bunch of filler. I'm just waiting for the next episode. And I can't wait to see what happens when fucking Harry get out. So, y'all, that was Love During Lockup. I'll catch y'all next week. Again, like, comment, and subscribe down bottom. And see you next time.